Connect, inspire, and empower. Those are just some of the things books enable you to do. This segment is sponsored by Noble Neighbor. We're welcoming the executive director, Colby Crowder. How are you?
Hi, Brittany. Nice to be here.
Of course. So tell me about the mission of Noble Neighbor.
Yeah, so the Noble Neighbor works to connect under-resourced schools with high-quality author visits and free books. We've had authors like Sonia Sotomayor, Terry Crews, Chris Paul, and really just people that come in and get these kids excited and engaged about reading and literacy.
Well, you brought some classics here. I'm looking at the books that you brought: Toni Morrison, Beloved, who we got Stamped. And you're also going to be having a fundraiser for some banned books, I hear. Tell me about that.
So at the Noble Neighbor, we believe in a really simple equation. If kids don't have books that they resonate with, they can see themselves in, that are representative of them, they're not going to read them. In the schools that we work with, we know that it's so important for them to have these books to connect with. And we know that taking these books off shelves is not the answer for these kids. So in promoting this, working with the Novel Neighbor, our sister organization in Webster Groves, we're doing a banned book sale throughout the month of October, starting October 1st. All proceeds, 20% of those proceeds for every banned book will go to Noble Neighbor to support our author visits and our book donations as well.
Wow, that's super cool. Okay, so when we talk about the joy of reading, what does that entail?
Right, so in reading, a lot of us are blessed to have learned how to read as children. But as adults, some of us forget that it's a very difficult process. It's really hard to read. You make mistakes, you struggle, and we know that the joy of reading is necessary to build that resilience for a young person, to come back, even if they're making mistakes, to keep on going and keep on reading and fall in love with books and with learning and with reading. And that's really the ingredient that we're trying to support through our work. Well,
Colby, I know you work for Noble Neighbor, so I'm sure you have to be a book connoisseur. What's your favorite book?
Right, so my favorite book is actually an older book called 100 Years of Solitude. A beautiful,
I've heard of that.
Yeah, Gabriel Garcia Marquez, beautiful story, vivid imagery about the ancestry of 100 years of a family based in Colombia. Another one of those books that we see is so important for youth to be able to have access to these stories, these familial lines, these ancestral lines, which really brings me to this book here, Beloved, which is I'll be very transparent, it's an anguishing story. It is a very tough read to read, but I've actually got a familial connection with this book, Beloved. One of my ancestors was the lawyer who defended the case for the enslaved woman that was this story is fictionalized on. And for me as a biracial man, that is so important to be able to struggle with these identities, be able to struggle with these stories and have access to these books to deepen in my knowledge of my own familial connection, but also me just in my identity. So again, as we're promoting these books through Novel, through October, it's important for us to see how this is relevant for youth, and youth need to have access to these books.
Oh my goodness. Wow. That is you're tugging at my heartstrings here with that. Your love of reading goes deeper than what meets the eye. And I'm sure for a lot of kids, introducing them to books early on, they'll be exactly like you. They'll grow that love for reading. Okay, so if they want a chance to support Noble Neighbor, where can they go for more information, especially for the banned books fundraiser?
Yeah, so we're launching our 10-month campaign called The Joy of Reading. Through that 10 months, we'll be aiming to raise $50,000 to support our operations, book donations, and author visits. You can visit our site at the Noble Neighbor, and you can donate there directly on the site.
Colby, thank you so much for being here. This is a great organization. You guys really need to support their fundraiser. The information is on the screen for you right there.